everything everybody is sharing is their experience. And so there is a phase of experimentation that we do, and we must do, and we all do. Experiment about thought create reality, experiment about body healing, experiment about people not changing. And so rather than trying to give a complaint, change in your mind that they're doing great and they're coming and supporting you. That believe in this process means that if you're working on health, believe in it, just go with it, continue.
If I have to explain my meditative experience, it's in one word, it is coherence. That's a conflict between what our mind wants and heart wants. So as long as you don't align that, whatever practice we do, it will not get that ultimate results.
Even with relationships, especially between us, the respond time, we respond, we don't react. That is the difference. Not only in the family, even with others whom I meet, even in with the team or outside also. The relationship have increased in that way.
My life has changed beautifully, sir, since the time I've entered into meditation. Beautifully. All that I had imagined, most of it is there. I had a long career gap, sir, and the kind of job, the kind of career I had imagined during the manifestations, I am just there and I love it. I am one of the very few people in the world who love their work.
Every time I do meditation with you, sir, every meditation experience is healing somewhere, something deep inside me. That I can see in the way I think, the way I speak, with my actions as well as with my words also.
I see lots of change in myself. Even my kids say, "Mom, you change. You are very calm now. You are very energetic." And this is really best compliment for me.
Since last 6 months, I have stopped having drinks. I have stopped having non-veg since last 6 months, and I never feel to have drink or a non-veg, sir. I have totally become a vegetarian person.
I started from September, and it's very peace in both in my personal friend, in my job professional, and I am able to sit and do meditation for 2 times, and that has affected my health, my workplace where I had so many issues. Everything is peace now.
Good morning and good evening, everyone. Welcome to day 24 of a Quantum 40-day program. Yesterday, we learned about the science behind emotional intelligence and self-awareness, how our thoughts and emotions with meditation, how we are aware of the self-awareness builds. So, and eventually, when you meditate, that self-awareness leads to from a state of learning to doing to being state. So, welcome again, everyone, and thank you, Chandra sir. And we are looking forward to another great transformative session from you, sir. Welcome, and over to you.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Wonderful afternoon and evening. What was that statement? There's so many problems at workplace earlier. Now everything is peace. That's the statement. Not because others changed. May have changed, may not have changed, but we change. Rumi, yesterday I was clever that I wanted others to change, but today I'm wise and so that I'm changing. It is the same story for every one of us, that all the disturbances turn into an ocean of peace. That calmness that prevails after an ocean, after a storm goes, it is going to be that way if it's not yet. Because fundamentally we are changing the way we are increasing our understanding of life, changing the way we think about others and situations of life, right? But with this awareness that is building, and since emotion is energy in motion, is always what is causing significant creation of events in our life. And so now when you can regulate that emotion, then suddenly now you are having a new creation of life. A thought produces a unit of energy, whereas the emotion is up to even 5,000 times more energy, around the same. When Heart Math Institute combine this, heart produces feeling, mind produces thought. It's a thought energy and then feeling energy. They found the feeling energy much more powerful. And so then, where is the energy going? Where you place your energy, there manifestation happens. And so if emotions can be regulated, and so then your manifestation or your experiences will change significantly, because 1 unit changing versus 1,000 units changing, there's a difference. And so that's why when we can regulate emotion, we feel like, from suddenly all the disturbances become peace. And how do we regulate emotion? We've got to have a lot of awareness, and of course, then we have understanding. We start looking at some of this post meditation as emotional intelligence topics. I mean, it's just capping around many things we've been discussing since the time this program began. I will put a framework to you, a structure to you to understand all of it. Let's go into the practice, friends, once again. We are doing breath meditation. So today we'll do heart elevation and then breath mindfulness meditation. So the heart elevation process is helping us to elevate ourselves to a higher emotion. This process is a great idea when we come into meditation sitting with a lot of disturbance. Mind is too disturbed, if something has happened and you want to just settle down yourself, settle the body down. Then there is a process called body scan, where you are applying your mind to calm yourself, because your mind is not calm and you want to calm the mind. Some challenging is there, because breath meditation, where you're observing the breath to calm your mind, and it's too much agitation going on. So then this process of body scan or heart elevation are a beautiful process. Using the mind, you are sort of lowering yourself. So you're trying to regulate the mind through mind. To some extent, it works great. It sort of takes you into calmer states by doing a process. Because see, we all want to do some process. We want to do something. You're too tuned to always doing something, which you're ready to do. That's why also when someone learns that, meditation means just closing eyes and doing nothing, they can't take it. I think it's too simple. It's not complex. I already have a complex 10 steps, then only I'm ready to do. But in any case, that's a different matter. So heart elevation process sort of helps us to, no matter even if we're agitated, this and that, using a process to actively engage the mind into something beautiful and slowly take the mind into a coherent state, into alpha states. There we start breath meditation. So it's useful. But those who are regular practitioner meditation, you figured out by now, it is not necessarily a process. Breath meditation is the crux of it. Now there is stepped into the second half of the program. Myself, I'm telling you a technique, but I'm also discarding the technique. If you recognize and if you know and you experience breath meditation beautifully, then that is the fundamental meditation process you want to hold on to. If you have 10 minutes, just do that. If you have 20 minutes, just do that. If you have 1 hour, add heart elevation, no problem. All right. But if it's there, heart elevation, love it, do it. It anyway takes you into alpha states nicely, my friends. So this process is to simply fill ourselves with a higher emotion by recollecting an experience from the past, present, future, right? Just follow my guidance for this, dear friends. And then after this is done, and we are doing the breath mindfulness meditation, which is observing our natural breath with our eyes closed. As you see in the picture, we relax ourselves and crossing your fingers into finger, hands in our lap, closing your eyes, observing natural breath with our attention on the nose. Anyone new, the simple meditation process here on the screen is what we'll spend maximum time today. If 4 or 5 minutes of heart elevation process time, and then much of our 35 minutes is going into practicing this meditation, which is to observe your natural breath with your eyes closed, right? And when thoughts come, we come back to the breath. When you observe the breath with your eyes closed, slowly mind is becoming empty. You go into calmer, quieter, still states, and be in that state. Observe what is happening to you. And if you observe and then notice a lot of thoughts coming, and you know it is your thought mind playing onto you, then come back to the breath. And again, do the process all over. It's called breath meditation. So relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably. Relax your body. Your eyes closed. Relax yourself. Scan your body from head to toe, relaxing every part of your body deeply. Your head, your face, your neck, shoulders. Relaxing deeply. A second to start the music. Dear friends, dear masters, with your glasses removed, eyes closed, keep your hands on your chest area, and with your attention on your loving heart, taking a relaxing breath, can you connect with your heart center? Feel this beautiful heart the center of all emotions. Come on, friends, connect with your loving heart, the place of all emotions, nurturing all life with its higher vibrations of love, compassion, kindness. As you connect with your heart center, breathe life into it. Bring up an experience of love, of joy, of gratitude from your past, or simply go into their emotion by imagination, drawing a bunch of flowers towards you, smelling, playing in the rain, simply hugging a child, whatever that brings joy, the love, compassion, feel. The more you experience these emotions of love, joy, gratitude, or high vibration, the more you connect with life. Coherence is the basis for expansion of life. And the more you are with this energy, the more coherent you become in your body, in your mind, in that energy field. Feel. Can you intend to send this energy to everyone and everything on this planet? Love that experience, dear friends, and wish to give this experience to those in need, to everyone on this planet. Feel. slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with the fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath.
Allow yourself to experience that emptiness, calmness inside of you, all around you. That's energy. The quantum field of intelligence. The more you empty your mind of thought, the more coherence we create. Become aware of the emptiness, the blackness inside of you, all around you. This is the field of consciousness that knows. The field of will that decides, that intends, and the field of energy that operates. The more you are in this field, the more you become familiar with it. And the more you become of it, the longer you are in this field of emptiness and energy, the field of your greater self, the more you become the greater knower, that observer, become the director of yourself. Bows into that emptiness. Friends, let's express gratitude at this time. Gratitude to everything and everyone in your life, to your parents, teachers, mentors, friends, family, colleagues, partners, everybody. Gratitude to all things used, the technology, the system, the companies, the governments, to this grand nature, the plant kingdom, mineral kingdom, animal kingdom, angelic kingdom. Gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent universe. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, you may open your eyes. Place your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoy the session. There is meditation and mindfulness. We'll talk about mindfulness sometime later this week or next week. If you want time management, we say you got to do a few things. Become mindful of them and do them. So there are mindful ways of taking a whole bunch of things to do, becoming aware, remember, and then do them one by one. You can take a checklist and then follow them, or you simply do meditation. One is logically knowing, okay, I do these 10 things, it'll happen. And so then you put this checklist. Manifestation, okay, I know these 5 things have to be done, and you write them down and then try to follow them. Second is know to do at the right time. Meditation develops that knowing. So time management happens because it knows what is right for you today. The problem with the former is that you need to have a lot of will, motivation, self-direction, which lacks, and so the many cannot practice and follow the jillion things we have. Good communication, okay, you do all those things. But I don't remember, I can't follow, because it's just not there, not motivated enough, not determined enough, not willed enough. Well, meditation bridges that. Meditation knows what is right for you. So in the moment you express appropriately, you do the right thing in the moment, suddenly it comes to you and say, oh, that important meeting is all that is important. There are 10 meetings are there, but this is the most important. It gives that clue and says, this is time, 5 minutes of your session is they wake up. So the difference, operating from the mind center, operating from the feeling center, there's a huge difference. Feeling center is connected to the whole. Whoever understands this will never miss meditation. That's when life becomes effortless. Those who are trying to manage time through various processes, here it just seems to happen effortlessly. So let's look at emotional intelligence as a topic and a subject. This week is about how can I get better in dealing with people, dealing with everything around me. Energy and emotions, energy signs, so whatever I send out is what I'm attracting and what I see more of, right? If I'm irritated, irritation energy, I see more of that energy. It's a pretty simple equation. And so then regulate the emotion and regulate my experience and not change experience. So the emotional intelligence is into these 5 areas. How aware I am, self-awareness about myself. Second is my expression. Emotionally intelligent person is not becoming quiet. A meditator is not just becoming quiet, doesn't mean they're becoming weak. They recognize quietness is a great way to dissolve a lot of issues. It's a great solution, and so they do it, but doesn't mean that they become weaker. A misnomer is there many times. They operate at energy level.
being very inspired and help inspiring others is another very important quality of an emotionally intelligent person. Empathetic, understanding others from our perspective is another great quality of emotionally intelligent person. You're considerate to others. Engagement, you are taking people along. You are taking initiatives. You are working for the causes. Are you channelizing the collective energy greatly? Now, what is this all about? What is it required? It's about connection to life, right? We expand our consciousness when we meet new people. Only if we know how to deal with them and work with them. And so we multiply our experience of life when we are together. You know this pretty easy. What I cannot do individually, I do a lot when I am married to somebody. There's a level of intimacy, the level of learning, the level of doing things together. You and me are same. Come to that level of understanding, so you do many more things. When two become one, then there is significantly more that we can achieve. And so there is this whole idea that if we can know how to work with others by becoming emotionally intelligent, and which is psychologists divide into these 5 areas: awareness, awareness, just knowing where I am right now with my emotion, and then I take an action, so how to express it, and my expression, how beautiful it is, so that I can become an inspiration to others, so that then others are noticing me, others are ready to be with me. And when they are with me, then how empathetic I am, so they know deeper side of me, so I'm how empathetic I am. And so then I attract more and more people around me. And so then when I know all of them are there, how do I channelize that to a greater experience, engagement? Self-expression, self-awareness. Awareness is about invisible things. Emotion is invisible about. So it begins when you see what others don't see in you. We see by ourselves. You don't need somebody to tell. That's too late. Somebody to tell you're doing this is too late. And so we see ourselves in every moment. If there is a sudden trigger, then you know there is some bitter memory behind me. Okay, what is causing this trigger? If you're judging people, that means there is, of course, an expectation behind it. That's why you judge people. You're reacting just too much. So there is some attachment, okay? Too much of reaction because your attachment, you lost. Awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and reactions must be there. This is the game changer when we know about it. It means you're recognizing your emotions, your moods, your judgments. You know, the sudden email comes. Somebody, that email is saying, hey, Ravi, last night we had an outage. We told you many times to not change something without telling, and you did it, and again this happened. That email tone is that. So what happens? And it happened to me several times. Immediately, boom, you just get a group reply. And then, right. And then click the send button also. The tone is, you're not even checked. I did everything, and you're just blaming, whatever. This tone goes into a more confrontational. Aware person is pausing there. Person is aware. Sometimes that response that they're reacting there, that emotion is coming up because it's trying to fundamentally hide some kind of insecurity about job because, oh, these guys are blaming, so that means they're going to eliminate me. Some kind of insecurity of job, some kind of feeling that I'm being suppressed. So there is some deeper misunderstanding about life there. Maybe you're fearful. Maybe there is insecurity about it. Maybe poor understanding. And so what is we're trying to mask up with our own reaction? People are overloaded. They're working and working and working all the time. Your son, because there is so much push and pressure, they're working and then worked hard. And so initially they were following you. You were telling them something, and it's good for you, study this and that they do. They worked, overloaded. Just at some point they stopped following you. They don't respect anymore. They seem like ignoring what you say. You feel like it's disrespect, and you have this whole thing. How dare you guys don't do? How come you don't even bother to say, acknowledge what I'm saying? You just don't bother. You're disrespectful. That's how we react. But if you pause and say, maybe I have a judgment, the real problem is not disrespect. The real problem is they're plugged out. They're just burnt out. Too much going on for them. And so they're so burnt out that they're no longer participating anymore in it. Do you see that? You judge differently at your point of view. You don't see. And so then we are onto them. So it is about when we are able to become aware of these emotions that are coming out, then different, then we start looking deeper to understand ourselves. Oh, you understand the energy signs. Okay, I'm very moody today. I mean, I got this bad mood because the traffic was so bad. I carry that into office. And my poor colleague is saying something with a trigger. Now, it's not because of him, it's because of my mood. Mind materializes our mood into people and situations. Mind materializes our mood into people and situations around us. So recognizing and having that awareness helps us to understand, yeah, I know I'm moody today. I got to get this out. But if things are cascadingly showing up, it's because something with me, my energy, my vibration is not this different. So awareness gives us the ability to pause. This is the stage what we call reaction moves to response. When people share most of the time, and please write in the chat, if you move from reaction to response, nobody moves from reaction to response 100%. Let not make a general statement, but by the most cases, this is where we are. There are imperfections that exist, so don't try to hold yourself just because yesterday night you snapped at your spouse and so then I'm still reacting as I'm not. Just pause back and say, hey, I was like that 8 out of 10 times before, but now I'm like that 2 out of 8 times, 10 times. From 80% reactive state, you become 20% reactive. You've done a great shift. Please pat yourself and put it in the chat. It's a lifelong process anyway, because as long as there's lifelong learning, there's lifelong process of these will be there. We recognize it. And when you know that there's infinity to learn, that infinite learning happens a lot of times through push and pull, because then we will pause. Otherwise, we don't pause. Pausing is a great way to reflection. Reflection is a great way to learn. And so challenges are a great way to pause, and so they continue to come. We recognize that those who have a learning attitude, we recognize that they will also are attracting challenges into their life. If we have a learning attitude, if you want to learn more so that you experience more, that is a beautiful side of learning, then be ready for challenges. Be ready for that sudden snap off of emotion by somebody to something, sudden issue that shows up. Okay. Many times meditators, we interact. Meditators also, everybody, right? Everybody is like going through life. We interact. And so, it. They say, yeah, things are fine. Family members, they say, yeah, everything is fine. I'm okay. All right. So I'm just, everything is going good. But deep inside, they're burning. They're not okay. They're saying okay, but the deep inside, they feel loneliness. They feel that suppression is there. They feel things are not right. But they're saying okay outwardly. Inwardly, they're not okay. They're carrying that guilt and a burden. Awareness will help us to look into that emotion rather than saying I'm okay and suppressing. When you have aware, different, then you look and say, look, I'm not okay. I know. When you do that, then you're releasing that emotion. The moment you become aware of that emotion, you understand, you release that emotion. A lot of times, the emotion is energy, and it is stuck energy. So that means it's a burden it's carrying. That energy has to be released. That better memory is there, because of which I'm very moody today, because somebody really cut onto my road, and on top of it, they're shouting at me. So that memory is just holding me off. And so then I got to release it, otherwise it's just stuck there. They're also, by the way, called blocks in our energy body. There's an energy body, pranamaya kosha around us. That's what gets blocked through all these emotions that are stored out there, stuck emotion rather than released emotion. Through various better memories from recent past to the past. What's repetitive becomes more stronger, and then some more stronger block is there. It needs to get flushed. So first we have to know there is a block, and second, then you do right thing to remove the block. We don't apply the force to remove the block, instead we understand, so that it dissolves, the block gets dissolved. So dear friends, so the moment we pause, and so the moment we sort of know where we are, and then that's the beginning. The moment we pause, then we start becoming, responding differently, and so that automatically we start becoming very confident. So that means we start becoming more participative in life. Self-awareness makes us very confident about ourselves, because you are able to check on your emotion, reactions, and then you start revealing to yourself and say, where is this fear coming from? I know the fear is coming because several times our company, people have done, every time an event like this happened, it led towards a huge blame and then a very poor situation for my colleagues. And so it's probably what it is. But wait a minute, I'm in a different situation now, so I should not carry that unnecessary fear now. Then it changes. You become more confident about the situation. You start participating. So it leads to a reaction becomes a response. It becomes more confident. You increase your self-worth. When you're confident, your self-worth is high, not otherwise. When you're more self-worth, then you're more participative in life. When you have less self-worth, then you are withdrawing from life. In the context of, improvement of self, and here, especially connecting with others, dear friends, our experience multiply when we connect with others, so it's important. We increase our self-worth. In spiritual science patterns, it's called a second chakra. Second chakra, the energy center, is all about self-love and self-worth. Because this point, and then I'd like to know how many of you, I will conclude this with the second one today, and then so it's another 5-6 minutes, we'll conclude this lesson today. We pass our time. How many of you here felt that, that you got more self-worth, self-confidence for you? That you like yourself, you stop being very harsh to yourself, you judge yourself and say this is bad, or you suppress trying to manage all the time. The second thing, dear friends, is self-expression, right? Self-expression. So when you know and leads towards mindful speech, mindful thinking, mindful expression, that's called self-expression. You're very balanced, you're more truthful. You balance your expression. You know, at workplace, a lot of times you are good, you are delivering quality, you're very, very sincere. And so then more work comes to you and you take it. More work comes to you, you take it. Somewhere deeply you're worried. If you say no, then that'll be the end of opportunity. If you say no, that is perhaps got a comment about your performance. If you say no, it may be seen as selfish that a company needs, but you're saying no. What do you take on it? You don't express it. And so what happens? The net result, in a few days later, you are burning yourself by getting burnt. And so the result is that expression becomes poor where you start dumping your emotion to others. Your friends, oh, this company is too bad. Too much work, too much work. You had an opportunity to express about it somewhere, but you didn't. Instead, you're dumping the emotion. Your expression is poor. Not knowing, dumping the emotion, this is so bad. I'm so overloaded with a feeling. You attract that more and more. That's a different aspect. Leave that out. But then expression must be then what then in that case? Become different, become aware and say, wait, can I go? And then in my next one-on-one, rather than telling my boss that it's too much loaded, too much this, too much that, your boss you're telling in a one-on-one, I say, can you change that and say, hey, look, this is little load for me and I'm not able to do many things I wish to do. And is it possible that you move some of this to somebody else? Or is it possible that you relax my deadline and extend it? It's two different things. Saying that, no, I'm just overloaded and just so much happening to me, impossible to manage, versus an expression where you are balanced with their emotion and then saying something that's really important to you. At home, we overreact, right? Sometimes, yes, things happen. If somebody, you're just carrying a coffee cup and just drop it, things happen, right? Some vessel drops. You thought, okay, you bought it at, $300, that special ware, whatever ware, Tupperware, this way, that way, there's a special thing, you bought it, and it just dropped. Okay. So what is it important there? You go and say, oh, you do always this way. It could be your son, it could be somebody. So expensive, just drop and you do always this way. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. Blaming somebody, you don't blame people at that point. Blaming somebody is not helping. What do you want to express? You want to say, hey, look, this is a very expensive thing. And then dropping can break, and then this is it. So, but anyway, I'm glad that you are safe. And you're still expressing your displeasure. It's very expensive, and it took a long for me to get there, or whatever. It is so important for me. Something that I really cherish to have it, and so important. So that's why I'm like this. Anyway, I'm happy you're safe. Giving your displeasure, expressing is important, but not blaming. That doesn't help. That's expression, self-expression. You move from blame to expressing with balance of what is important. Express your anger. You still determine, show that displeasure, but not with blame. A lot of times we don't do this because we are either judging, we are too much attachment, too much craving for things. And when we are becoming aware of those, when slowly we dissolve them, a lot of times we are fearful and so we don't have courage. Meditation, when you take meditation with that awareness, and when you start getting to know what is the right thing in that moment, you know it. Life is same. You know that people do mistakes. You know that you've done mistakes. How many times you dropped yourself? If not this time, maybe childhood. Now with experience, you got it all. And so you become more aware that you've been there, done that, and so as a result, your understanding and meditative understanding will help you to be more balanced. And when you develop courage, meditation gives a lot of courage because the fears are dropped. The past memory that is fearful is dropped slowly. It resolves. So when fear is not there, you're courageous. And so courageous, then you start becoming truthful. You're courageous, you're brave. Today morning, I was there in a coach program, level 2 coach program started. And she was talking about, even though I lost my job, I'm so abundantly there. I said, I know it's going to come. I'm no longer worried about not having a job. Instead, I must surprise to myself the calmness with which I'm approaching. I'm very calm. I know the job will come to me. I'm applying and it's okay. I'm not desperate in applying. She said that. I'm not desperate anymore. That means she's got that abundance thinking that yes, things will settle. I mean, the more I think about what I wish to have, it'll come to me. It's got to come to me. And so when we are in that understanding, you're no longer worried about what happens if you gave a honest feedback to your senior architect who's got some rubbish going on around his work or her work. And earlier you are like very fearful and you're not ready to express and hold it all to yourself. Come on, it's always these guys just bulldoze, not even ever admitting what they're actually doing. Nonsensical things. You're fearful, don't say. But here, you're also fearful because when you open your mouth, you're just only dumping your emotions, so that led to bad conflicts. But now you are more balanced, you're aware, you're confident, and so you're open. You talk it, you tackle that. Very beautiful. In large companies, between senior management, among one VP to another VP, it's difficult. You try to bring up an issue, it leads to a lot of conflict, and the conflict can lead towards going and then talking to the senior management. Who knows who's trying to manage whom, and you're always worried about incentive, bonus, promotion. You keep quiet. You just tolerate with a lot of burning attitude inside. When I joined, my company got acquired by this large company, so there's so much going on in politics. Everybody wants one-upmanship. Everyone wants control, especially at VP level. Who controls whom? But I was operating as a total my own environment. I know, okay, I'm here to do the right thing to get my company integrated and do my best to see if I can innovate more. And so towards it, and that's all my motive is. And if it's the right thing, of course, I get the right funding and the right approach. If it's not the right thing, it's okay. Abundant of opportunity. What am I to lose? If I go somewhere, and of course, I'm going to be very successful. That attitude you have, and so you tackle any VP, doesn't matter. Somebody maybe 20 years, somebody was there 30 years in that business, and I was a newbie in there. Of course, there is a lot of weight carried around. And I was not arrogant with him, but then I was able to know how to tackle, how to express genuinely. Because you operate from that courage. You operate from that understanding that you create your destiny, not somebody else. That understanding has to have for us to be authentic. Being authentic is, when you're authentic, then of course, then you're improving the system, right? We don't sweep issues under the carpet when you are meditating, when you're developing a self-expression, because you express well, you're not just blaming people. When you have that, then you're ready to talk about it. In family situations, a lot of people don't talk with elders, especially in a big joint family, because they're worried. When they bring up, somebody's going to blame. When you blame, then you don't have a right balance. Obviously, people are going to be just shut up, keep quiet. We're all talking, no, why do you have to jump in here? This is how there a lot of time that voice is heard onto women or to children. Suppression, right? A lot of times, women are not respected. And then because they say that, and we take things too personally, and so we do just bust out and lead to such a bitter conflict. Then next time we say, come on, chodo, yeah, so leave all of these people. They're hopeless. And so we are becoming hopeless, not they're hopeless. We're becoming helpless in the process. What does it mean? We are holding to that emotion, we burn inside. You're holding that fire in your hand about others. So who gets burnt? We get burnt, not somebody else. It's slowly burning you inside. Cause of deep heartaches, heart attacks is because of this, friends. Heart is emotion. When you don't express emotion, it leads toward heart challenges. That's all it is. The other important point, dear friends, is that not only become truthful, not only become authentic, original, so then you're improving the system, you're helping improvise the system because you're not giving a blind eye to it. You're courageous to be authentic, talk about it. It's okay. Any level, it's okay. If it is you have a truth on your side, you go. That's your current understanding. Truth trims. I'm truthful, I'm talk about it. What am I to lose? And then you don't have the need to prove points. It's not about one-upmanship. In expression communication, when somebody makes a comment about your work in a meeting, big meeting, they may have they may have poor intention. They want to expose your things because they want to gain one-upmanship. They want to prove, but you don't prove because just because they point at something, you don't become that. You know it. Okay, fine. You acknowledge it's fine. I know I messed up a little bit. I should have taken care. I didn't. It's okay, fine. Their intention may be to prove you wrong, but that's you don't get into unnecessary arguments here. Before you try to prove, okay, but here you don't argue. It's okay. They may be wrong, you're right, but still you don't argue. What is important? Expression to inform is important. Not argument is not important because what is argument? You're losing energy. Every word is energy, feeling is energy. Read this book. And when I read this book, Celestial Prophecy by James Redfield, please read this book. I don't know if it's one of the recommended books that we did in the initial, but the James Redfield Celestial Prophecy, 9 insights. One of the insight is this whole energy management. And he explains it. Two people sit together and then when they start arguing, every time you argue, and every time one puts a higher point, and then suddenly in an argument, you are sucking the energy of the other person. That person gets depleted and you suddenly feel full, at the cost of whom? At the cost of depleting others' energy. You gain that energy, a sucker of energy in argument. When I understood this point, my God, okay, so what am I trying to do here? Pull energy of somebody? When there is abundance of energy in the field, why should I pull energy of somebody to feel great? No more arguments, or at least become aware of arguing. Argument is not that you're free. You're free in your mind. It's okay. Somebody feels great about the point, making a point. It's okay because you are still the creator of your destiny, not there. I become their creation only when I agree and say, oh, because they made the comment, and now my manager will notice it and is going to definitely keep this in consideration next time in performance is going to impact me. So look, the internal dialogue. You yourself give in to that comment, and then you're making a swearing that is definitely going to impact on your performance by the manager because you take note. You are the one making it up in your mind and creating. It's not somebody else. Right. So self-expression, dear friends, is about being in a balance and being very truthful and honest about what you want to express. It's about releasing our emotion in the most balanced way. And only when you express, when you ask, you get. A mother will give to the best possible. If you don't ask, she doesn't even know to give. If you ask, she is all out for give you. Universe conspires to give you when you ask. We have to just go and ask once that manager, hey, I would like to change my role. I've been here doing it in a polite way. Become persuasive when asking. Don't take rejection as a failure. Instead, you say, okay, maybe not today. Tomorrow, I'm going to increase my energy and ask again. You're balanced. You're not frustrated. And so then you're asking, it's got to come. Learn from the children. We know it. How persuasive they are without feeling rejected. Yes or no. That's emotional. That's self-expression, dear friends. Just from the child will learn. So thank you very much. Self-awareness, self-expression are two beautiful aspects of emotional intelligence that meditation is developing beautifully. because it builds courage, because it increases our understanding of life and builds abundance attitude about it. And so then it is about learning than to blaming. And so it's about our learning, and all these things come together, and so we express better. Thank you very much. And we will conclude the remaining part tomorrow on the remaining 3 aspects of it, of inspiration, empathy, and engagement. HD, there, madam, any announcements?
Yes, sir. There is a book club session today. There are 2 batches. The batch 1 is in the morning, 8:15 to 9:15 a.m. The book is Power of Now, and it is led by Aruna Lamba and Sridevi Shankar. And then the evening batch is from 8 to 9 p.m. It's led by Priyanka Soni and Kavya Agarwal. Please take the advantage of the book. And then we have just one more friendly reminder about completing your personality assessment tool that was sent a few days ago. Please take the time, few minutes, and complete the survey form. Thank you.
Thank you, all. We have few minutes. If anybody would like to share, and then thank you, we'll conclude here formally, but I'm keen to know if anyone is changing their emotions and then are seeing beautiful moments in life. Since you raise your hand, after a few seconds, we'll take the question or sharing. Another 5 minutes, maybe. Yes. Sagar.
Deependra Kumar has raised his hand.
I'm looking for some music.
What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? Prosperity, prosperity, I claim it, I claim it. Abundance, abundance is mine, is mine. Love, love flows through me, flows through me. I feel joy, I feel joy.
Wonderful. Those are the things I want. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, Deependra Kumar, sir. Yeah, unmuted. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, hi, ma'am. Hi, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So, first of all, thank you very much, sir, and ma'am, and whole Buddha CEO team for organizing this. First time I'm able to continue, I'm saying 20, 21, 23 days in a row. Experiences I would like to share, like, I was earlier very easily getting kind of a carried away with the emotions. So, like, as you sir mentioned earlier, like feeling, thinking loop. So that was a mental status or emotional status on a very daily basis in a routine, whether it's a personal life or a professional life. But now I'm able to break the loop, and then now I'm able to, like, little bit awareness is increasing. So the thought is coming, then I'm now introspecting or questioning the emotion, why is happening, and then finally able to correlate somewhere which kind of a negative thinking is there, whether it's the ego, whether it's expectation or something like that. And then guiding my brain or thought, it said, no, that's not right to do. And all the time, whatever your teachings are able to correlate there and then divert them. And as a professional also, like, maybe I'm a person who rarely get very well with the bosses historically. So I also started introspecting myself. Maybe this problem in me is like maybe around 28 years of career experience. Why it happened? Like, most of the time I was not getting along with the bosses, although very well go with the peers and the team and all. So maybe then I also again working on it. And then the last slide, what you mentioned also, like uh, develop a confidence, then write in a positive manner. Don't see the negative side of this stuff, whether it's a mail or things. So I would say maybe is improvement there, but I think long way to go, very long way to go. Maybe just a start, and so still I can see little positivity in my. I'm seeing more often. I'm seeing hard side. Earlier was like a lot of heaviness thing, and a lot of like again thinking, feeling loop kind of thing, but very little spark I feel is there. But yes, maybe again same will lot to go. It's a long journey. And I had two questions also. I put in a Q&A. Maybe not this session, later. Maybe you can answer, or maybe other way of to explain it. One is like I could also identify I have a lot of fear in me. So what kind of a daily routine as a practice I can design for me to work on it? And second, I'm saying struggling for a couple of ailments, so and also on a medication for a few things. Then I was also getting inspired to, can I also do the way you give an example of that, the bite of those flies or something in your one of the episode. So how can I get inspired and motivate, and what kind of again a practice should I follow to maybe at least start working on some of the ailments, so which again, if I'm saying again able to manage or uh, handle it, then maybe my confidence further will go up, or trust will or belief will go further up. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. First of all, congratulate you for your courage to speak about before state and new state. Right. It brings out relevance to everyone. Who doesn't have challenge with their boss? Problems. We have big bosses at home and we have bosses in office. Sridhar decide who is the big boss at home.
Right.
In any case.
Yeah.
So,
Very true. Yeah.
So it changes, right? From home to home, it's a different person is a boss, but somebody has to be a boss.
Right.
And bossism will become mastery, by the way. It becomes even bigger, it's more difficult. Something I face all the time at my home.
True.
Leaving the lighter side apart. So a few things. Before I answer a question, I want to talk about one thing you said. It's a long way. Okay. I have a long way to go. And this is a common word that a lot of us use.
Right.
Okay. What do you want?
Short way, not long way.
That's it.
Yeah.
So first thing to shortcut our process of learning and transformation is to not think it's a long way.
Okay.
Chandra is here, 30 years old, 30 years of experiences. Why is speaking? Why is probably like this and all of it? No. Everything starts from our creation. So then nothing to do with how many years of experience somebody practiced with, instead of how sincere I am and how alert and aware in my creation and my thought. Right. So just I thought I want to bring this out. So we don't say any more long ways, and we are ready and say, yes, I'm having the best transformation in this program. That's it. All right. And then what do we have? Karmanya vadhikariste ma phaleshu kadachana. So I am responsible for action. So I am right on the action. So I keep intending, and do everything towards it. Result, okay, let it take its time. Open about it. The manifestation principle applies. So you keep intending, and I say I'm having the best transformation now. Maybe 40 days later, you have 20% transformation, which you feel it's okay, still good, because your intention is being worked on by the consciousness. So maybe next 40 days will give you everything, right? So this is one. So health, no new practice to be done. Health you require. So what did I do? I only do what I'm doing, telling here. I'm only sharing what helped me to transform, right? Is regular meditation, regular listening to subjects. Patricia used to always give a lecture or two. Other masters are talking, Dr. Newton, this one, that one, Dr. Joe, and so kept continuing to listen to people, and then kept reading books. Many interactions, satsang, regular interaction. We formed WhatsApp community so that everyone makes friendship with others, not just about one way where we give information. And it's not a communication between you and I, that what serves a great purpose of that. But the biggest purpose is also for you connect with some other meditator. Make friendship with them, talk to them, regularly interact with them about your experience with them, and they share their experience with you. Satsang, you do. And so that's what I did. That's what you have to do. Right.
Sure.
So you remember my story, okay, hundreds of honeybees, and still I didn't take medication. I had the courage. And you'll hear the same story from somebody else, right? My asthma is attacking me when I was going into these high altitude places, but suddenly remembered I can heal and then determined. And so I did not take my inhaler and ebullient water, whatever. Instead, I just sat for meditation and healed. That'll be motivation to you. So that's why it's important to listen to other stories. They inspire, motivate, they make us feel it is possible by me. You got to hear to more of those stories. Then health will come automatically because we courageously take a different step next time.
Just a small doubt, sir. Like, is there like minimum number of hour? Like, also initially in some of the episode of you mentioned like if you like 15 minutes, you'll get something. If longer, you'll get something. So, is it like for big ailment or something? We have to increase the number of hours minimum per day, something like that.
What do you think? You heard about 3 weeks now. What do you think? Is there a minimum hour?
I think like since we are more involved in such a like 10, 11 hour, 12 hour outside home and office and all other thing, and then also office some maybe sometime negative environment. So I think to overcome that, certainly we need little more than say fixed 15 or 30 minutes to cleanse the body, cleanse the
To
mind.
bring a change, to get a change in your, so let's say you want a promotion. Is there a minimum hours that it can happen?
No.
Minimum, there is minimum time is required to get a promotion?
Yeah, that is a year cycle, minimum a year cycle.
But is that a fixed thing or it is changes?
It can be changed also. Mid-year can also happen. Yeah.
It's like that. But everything is the same answer. You need to get appreciation. You have, okay, I need to work hard. 6 months later, definitely get appreciation. One thing, it can come tomorrow. I do something simple, I get an appreciation. So I have fever, running, high temperature. Doctor says 6 days. And hey, I don't know. It healed me. 2 days later, it's not there anymore. We know
Hmm.
it several times.
Hmm.
A lot of our fixed programming is what causes us to be experiencing that reality, by the way.
Hmm. Hmm.
Open to possibilities that. So to answer your question anyway, going around, there are no minimum hours. It's all based on where your state is.
Hmm.
While in general, the longer you are in meditation, the more knowledge you gain, the more experience you draw, the more you dissolve the past, and so the more voice you're building, and so more spontaneous and then timely. A lot of that will build up, which is true. Because the more time you spend with your leader, you more business skill you pick up, which is obvious, right? Because your time
Right.
is
Yeah.
practice. So that way it is true. It's all there. But there's no fixed time. Some people healed migraines in the first sitting within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Some people say 6 months later they're healing migraines. Okay. That thing is based on their state, their past practice, their current understanding of life, their judgments, many things, right? So what is the right thing to do? Right thing to do is to give maximum time for practice. 8 hours. Are you ready to give 8 hours? 8 hours for body, 8 hours for everybody around, 8 hours for yourself, your development. Are you ready to give 8 hours? Are you giving 8 hours? Anyway, congratulations. You started with 2 hours now. Increase it slowly. Okay. Sharika dharma, Sangika dharma, Swadharma, 3 dharmas. Divide our time equally. Swadharma is forgotten by anybody. Everybody forgot about self, nurturing the self. We do a little bit every now and then. We take a vacation, we go there. There also we check email, WhatsApp, so many things we do that also not there. That comes under Swadharma, taking care of self, where going into a place where you just give time for yourself. Meditation is all time for ourselves. There is the three dharmas, we practice them equally. That means give that much time. That much time you have to give. So do the right thing by giving as much time for these three aspects: meditation, reading, and satsang. Talk to people who are meditating regularly, be in the company of them. Right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you all, dear friends. Welcome to Sridhar, madam.
Yes, sir. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And please meditate. And also, like yesterday, everybody can be a meditation awareness ambassadors. So please be a ma yourself as well. See you all tomorrow for another great session.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, everyone. See you all.
What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? What do I want? What do I desire? What will bring me to my highest good? Prosperity, prosperity, I claim it, I claim it. Abundance, abundance is mine, is mine. Love, love flows through me, flows through me. I feel joy, I feel joy all the time, all the time. I can have it, I can have it. I deserve it, I deserve it. I claim it, I claim it. It is mine, it is mine. I can have it, I can have it. I deserve it, I deserve it. I am it, I am it. It is mine, it is mine. Peace, peace fills my heart, fills my heart. I
Oh, hi, mom. Did you say something, mom?